It's a special team worked on. Now the major challenge is a simple one, and but I believe we can fix it. We can fix it really. The major issues now with the parliament. There are several games being played in parliament because there are strictly 2 wings which are trying to fight. But no matter who wins, our central interest is that the SOPs remain the same, no matter how it happens. But the whole problem is when they totally cancel the academic program. That would be the only issue. Because that would mean it would extend so much our income that we prospect. First and foremost, I'm looking at, we have several reagents, we have several testing kits, we have almost 1 million test tubes. Now, we are expecting several mobile units that would reach out to even the rural schools. And we are waiting for His Excellency to sign on the budget that is supposed to facilitate the schools to go to undergo the testing of COVID-19 before these candidates get to school. So now the project is overdue. Now my only request is, Professor, do your level best to see that we don't lose out on this contract. We don't have several other players because there are particular things His Excellency told me never to engage in any of my businesses that will deny me access to any business opportunity as from the state if I engage certain people. So I'm kind of isolated on my own island, but I think we can do something about it. Professor, you can use your proxies to do for me this bidding, even when my face doesn't appear so much. No, that is okay. It is my usual way of operation. Actually, that would keep me busy. We have just a few weeks to go. Probably, they're not even 21 days before the school is open. Yeah, so if that is what you think can be done, then that is okay. Then, Professor, that would be a good thing. Another thing I would like us to do is that, of course, we are going to manage the testing, and it is very private. It is to be sponsored by people from non-government schools. So now, if you are focusing about 1 million students and the scholars across the globe, I mean across the country, that would give us around that would give us, like, we consider 400,000. That is 400,000 million, right? 400,000 million. That's around 40 trillion. That's a lot of money, really. If we take on these tests, at that cost, and each parent could incur between 300 and 450,000, depending on the school, depending on the area. Then the government will also facilitate us at our teams. So that is what we are looking at. And it would be very important because that alone would raise, I think, 99% of the money required for campaigns if such a project can be released. And actually, that is one of the reasons we had to convince His Excellency that we needed the money. And there are several parents who are so much willing to have the tests done for their students to go to school. And 400,000 is not money to them. And those who cannot afford, the government can come in. Still, that money comes to our coffers, it comes to our war chest, and we shall be able to make it to the next term in office. It is as simple as that. I believe it is very true. But I'm somehow hesitant because we are not the only players. We might be having several competitors who are also calculating this the same way we are calculating. And they might mount resistance. No. Now, Professor, let me tell you that is very true. We can, yes, pressure can be mounted, but at the end of the day, it is all about sharing. It is all about sharing money. If we can allow to bench with them on the same platform, and they also make money, who will resist? For whom are they resisting? They would only be resisting, telling us that don't eat that money alone. But if we can bring them on board as well, and we tell them, okay, now you two, you come on board, we are going to work out together, then that is okay. That is okay. I have a lot of printed materials that are supposed to be distributed in schools as guides. Now each room or each classroom is supposed to have like 5 posters. Wash hands, do this, do this, do this. This is how we put on the mask. Now, all of these materials have to be bought by government, and for government schools or for non-government schools, school administration are supposed to buy them. Every class, at the canteen, in the toilet, and everywhere. Then look at the sanitizers. That is a lot of money. Look at the soft tissues. That is a lot of money. Now, in between today and December, we must have made a lot of money from these things. And I told His Excellency point blank that you waited for me to make all this investment. And these investments are for your grandchildren. I'm not a beggar. I'm not coming to you to beg. I hustle my own way to see that I stand. If you can die bit good or bad, evil or righteous, at the end of the day, your grandchildren are going to be okay. Your grandchildren are going to be okay. I don't come to you to beg. I don't come for handouts. I'm a hands-on person who has been working since my youthful age up to now. Have been working and getting a business on my own. So I've never begged money from you. The only capital I've ever provided was provided to your daughter. So there's really not much that was ever provided to me. But anyhow, this is a lot of money we're looking at. So we have to organize ourselves. I need you to help me to lobby. Any person who tries to mount pressure that the schools totally don't open such that the entire program is cancelled should come and see me. You meet them. Then after they could come and see me. And then we make a lot of money. You see.
Oh, she doesn't know how much is hated. Teize kufuga lungafuga wazi. Bamutwala 10 nadduka. Bucha mujoga mwajoga mwatasoboka. Mutiyo omuntu omwana mulenzi gwe bakuyingiza ebinya by'emmese. Olabinga new factory ne farms bazo kumako omuliro. Temuddamu kuneereka. Temukiddamu. Ate ne 5 billion na Luiso zemuwanza agala.
Obakubi.
Bazezango bya. Ate baba yisencha. Ati usidi bajajisankayo. Mayitu kati abagenda mu state house bagenda ne pump eza balisi pump nene eza abakulu ajaba buzi twacho bubina bwa mu bunene abakubira bwati najiteekako nakuba kati oya fainting.
Mirundi waliwo no wadde bambuza nti ekyala Latifu okuva mu Lukano kino kitegeeza ki?
Latifu nabaga nti abasiraamu bayina ennyumba ya Kakungulu which has remained very powerful, but tebali ennyumba ya Kakungulu nebwe liberamu omuntu nga atayina respect bo batya nyumba wali era nakibabulira nti Bobi Wine manya gundi Bobi Wine yagendayo kakati baba siamu kye bakoze gundi bamujemu ate Kakungulu ayina influence
tegede kyotegeeza nti Latifu okuva mu Lukano mbuga yamujjamu
ate ayina influence ate jomu yisamu kubwe mubi
ati eyo nayo tagenda kugenda yati kuba MP
ne bwana abatagenze get a job. They have sorted out. Boba yineje bagenda for arbitration abasira and like other
kyotegeeza nti Latifu okuvamu yabadde deal kati
Lukwago yawedde can even have Lukwago ngavuganyeza abo
Nabira naye avuddeyo
can have time to campaign fathers kino kyawedde nebo ba waliwo ekitabika kyawedde.
So eno pass yali yakoledde ku Lukwago.
Yes, ya Lukwago
nga Nupe mazomu wa ticket there and then.
No, Kakungulu is more important than Nupe. Kakungulu is a power kuba simu nabaga nti tuyina Sultani, tuyina Emiri, tuyina Khalifa, simu yimbi. Kakungulu abazungu bamubba bubbi but he would be at this on the status of Khalifa with Sokoto of Aga Khan. Has the followers, but he had not have the territory. He ase Kakungulu. Ase ye separating a Muchiburi. Nagina Nasalirayo. Ne issues in Munyumbai. Whoever will succeed the Kakungulu family will continue playing a crucial role in this country's politics. Kwa bantu bamuli. Ngata ina chabawo. Yagano kuingira mu politics.
Mbuga.
Face his battles very quiet. Anti omanyi katulaba Uhuru Kenyatta benefiting okuva ku bakikuyu abali mu government. Bamu sibya abubbi. Goloza singa effort y'abasajja abo gye bakola eyo yonna. Singa bagikola kuyamba mu 7. This country singa twala deneki zongize ku mwezi. Negwe tebereza. You have signed the agreement on the pipeline. Bwino tanaba na kala. Tiate Uganda is engaged in a battle. Charging Tanzania charging about trucks Uganda sent nyingi kuresida ni Rwanda. Yes, kitegeza ba negotiate bube babbi. Ne why do they highlight it immediately? Ngane bwino tanakala. Wa pipeline is success to Museveni. But is searching. They have created the trouble between Uganda and Tanzania over the charges zijiba kugundi. Bebo. Ira bebo mu. So
lukwa gaisewo.
Yayisewo. He is now going to get time to campaign fathers.
Atena bida. Ayagala ticket ya NUP.
Apapirada nkugambye nti kakati ekigenda okubeerawo. What you are going to see nti banupu abasinga obungi will stand for independence and they will be financed. Kubaka kakati ye ekibiina kya NUP kyagenda mu policy ngapo mulio yalogantire bwayogera kakati bayinamu ne political wing baba buziza yani yatutomutwa mugundi mu parliament ne baganti fe tuli babbi basente ate yo wing endala eyekola ebyo wing endala y'abasiru ne fe tuli babbi basente we can give you information kuba kikoze fortunately nga present information ijayina kuba kikoze teya ukana na miso na yiji yabadde erina bano bagefe tuli babbi basente naye ebyobusire okutwala emitwe ebyo ebyo byabagundi bye babikoze. And you see esimu okuva mu July age receiving ate bwe mala okwogera neddako 00. What's the bwebanga teyogedde then what's the purpose of somebody ringing you? What's the purpose? Ate bwengali Masaka esimu erabibwa bonna weeri Masaka Lwabenge egindi wa ebyalo byego ne Masaka wenyini ku center simu eriko ne ku somero waliwo somero awo Kyambogo mwana yava mu kikajjo Mr. High technology tujizanyisa
high tech
nefe tubayambye. You see mukatabo ka Julius Caesar Brutus yali mukwano kwa Caesar nnyo nakasajja ka Cassius ne kamulimba nti agenda kufuuka dictator ayina okujibwawo. Brutus yagamba I have not killed Caesar because I loved him less but I loved Rome more. Tulisikinga life za feneza abana bafenezaji. Why? Nze sagala muntu agamba tekizibu kya Uganda Museveni kubanga bano ba Mafiya kyebakola waliwo date yeyo kabozi yo lunaku lwonna wala n'oyo omulenzi bayinsaiting ekyabadde mali ekyabadde egende oyo no gondi bamutute tebamulesezaawo kantu that are sponsored. If you remove Museveni just needs encouragement uli akadaga bwagambi there's a trouble abatisa inamuji. Who are you in this country, younger man? When you marry the daughter of the head of the Anglican church, do you control the church? Tosanga mwaba abawula abakusabula empi. So you see, for us we have risked our necks na yenna gano okujogebwa kyemanja nalweso kiryechi ne bwali bakaddi ne bwali baluddawa 5 billion ezango bya ayino zireta era kyama namugambi tekitali negotiable nga tetugenda muri constitution tebiriyo you tell nalweso to return the 5 billion zebangobera batwale. That money will come back. 2 oye yantunda mawulire nyeze na kuluvya ne munne ezo sente ze bantundamu amabugo nga banfudde omulambo bajja kuzireeta ne kabuli yange is better kuzireeta kati bali badde ono nawe
toyanzige kale ampuliza nja kwebaza nnyo okutuuliriza olunaku olwo tubadde dakiika zino zitandiza okutuuka ku ssaawa mukaaga ssaawa etaano banaffe aba the bigger story bagenda kuba nga bajja mbadde ne mwami Tamale Mirundi
abagenda enkya omanya abanyankole bagamba nti bw'oba ogenda ewantu amazima ge gakusookayo kati abagenda enkya mu State House be baayise siddi yabasooseeyo dda siddi kati mwambale pampa nnya Professor, thank you for presiding over the meeting and the consultants naye divert your consultants abaana bawumbe melody them abaana bawumbe you have knowledge tomugambye tubulidde bamulifaringako Professor has done a disservice to this country and that's why the president has suspended him.
Okay.